YouTubers. MJ here with our next episode. Yeah, I can't even talk. What can I say? It's been a while. Got a lot going on. What we're up to is I'll have to get you up to date on the 68 Galaxy build. Is just about completed, and I had to do some searching, and I believe I'm going to use the vent post out of the 65 Galaxy AMT kit. That's the donor body I have right now. Try not to wreck the A-pillars, because worst case scenario, you can use it. You can build a custom or whatever out of it. You know, you never know. So on that note, I'm going to finish cutting the driver's side out, and then we'll switch over to the passenger side. So just bear with me here. Now, when I put this on, it's a photo etch saw blade. I lay it down on the top of the door so it's good and flat. Rock it back and forth, make sure it's good and flat. And I cut at an angle. Go slow. And when you starting to get close to the end, turn the saw blade so it's almost flush with the joint. Like I'm doing here. Just let it work its way, don't force it. Just about through. There we go. There is a vent post. Now I'll clean it up, but let me go ahead and grab the 68 body. We'll see how it follows the contour. I know the A-pillar is a little bent, but not much we can do about that. Looks like it's going to work pretty good. So what I need to do is, let's put the driver's door on. I just put the quarter window molding strip on there, chrome strip and molding for the door glass. So let's grab my tweezers here. Let's see how this fits in there. I'm going to probably trim it down a little bit, but no, that looks pretty good. I can probably add a little bit to it, but yeah, I can add some to it. It'll probably make it look a little better. So that'll work for that side. So we'll set this off to the side and take that door back off. I have some strips in there, so I'll clean the top of the door off a little bit, and then I'll pro weld it. If I have to, I'll go back in and paint it. You know, I'll have to touch it up. And yeah, we'll get back to this here in a little bit, so you can check her out. So for now, we'll go ahead and we'll get the other side cut out. One side's usually easier than cutting the other side out, but still got to be careful. Don't get cut. I'm using a number 11 blade. The tip is broke. I kind of broke that yesterday. And just slowly work your way. You don't have to go all the way to the end because it's a straight edge. It's kind of like a horizontal line, so using the same process as I did with the photo etch blade, I'll do it here, but you want to cut straight. You know, don't go at an angle up or down. Try to cut it straight out. That way it's nice, square, be uniform. Felt like that one went through. These are pretty thin, so you can usually cut them out pretty easy. And it's cutting through. That's a good sign. Like I said, they're fairly easy because they're thin. but you don't want to break it either. Okay, let's same effect. Straighten it out when you get close to the cut line. Cuts down on burrs, less chance to break it. There we go. We'll work our way back up slowly because it's going to be really thin. There we go. Felt like it. Yep, it cut through. Let's go ahead and cut down. And once it gets stuck in there, so be careful, don't try to wiggle it out. Just kind of like walk it back. Okay. Same deal, rock it back and forth, go at an angle, and take slow cuts at first here to get it started. Let the tool do the work. Apply just ever so lightly pressure there. And I'm going to have a little cleanup on this one, but that's alright. Kind of hard to do the opposite angles here. Okay, I have to cut down a little bit now. Like I said, it was a little off. I can usually do one and then trying to copy it's kind of tricky, but there you go. That one's out of there, that one's out of there. So that body's not totally wrecked yet. And this one, if I can pick it up, it's going to need some work. We'll sand her down just a little bit. Let's go ahead and get her cleaned up, but let me sand it first. Get it back where it should be. Well, pretty close, almost there. I'm going, when I'm sanding this, I'm not sanding it sideways. You risk a chance of breaking the post. Try to do it in line where you got strength in the vent post itself. And just take your time sanding. Might want to put a little angle on it because you know it's going to sit on there on an angle. Just about there. That's pretty close. I'll grab the new blade and just trim it. Get rid of the burr. There we go. Now we gotta get rid of the burrs on this side. You know, from cutting it. There we go, that one's cleaned up. That one probably could use a little more sanding right there. Not much, but a little. Like it had a little hump in it. Helps to double check. Get rid of any edge. That'll work. good. Yeah, it'll lock into place. It'll work. Okay, I'm going to change grits here. See if I can find a finer one, which I have right here. We'll try to clean it up a little bit. There we go. That looks pretty good. Now I haven't decided if I'm going to foil this, which I probably will do. Little factory flash there. Other than that, looks pretty good. So, passenger side's cleaned up. Let's go ahead and get the driver's side cleaned up now. Actually, that all looks good. I'm going to hit it just a little bit. And a little burr on the end. Let's go ahead and clean her up. Probably not going to be totally correct. It's going to be close. But just having a vent post in there alone will be cool enough. Okay. Get that in there. Like I said, if I have to, we'll go in there and I'll touch up any strips I put in with a brush or a toothpick. So there we have that. That looks good. Nice and clean. Let's check them both out. Yep. Got the details and everything. Yeah, a little hard to hang on to. So, there we have that. I did get my drawers to my bench though. I'll have to show that after a while. Makes it a lot nicer. My tools can go right here instead of in containers off to the side. I can put them in the drawers here. This way they're easier to access. A lot easier. Let me grab my sprue container. Let's see what we got in here. That'll probably work, or you know what, those might work even better down here. All else fails, we can sand them, right? That's pretty close. Parts is parts, right? Okay. Let's get this door back on. Move this over here. Excuse me. Barbecued tonight. 29 degrees, wasn't too bad. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and get this piece up. That's where the door should be. So that'll work there. I'm curious to see what the gap should be here. Need to get some magnets or something in there to hold the door. Yeah, that's always the tricky part. Gotta have patience. If you don't have patience, I don't advise doing it this way. Yeah, it's awful thick. It fits, but it makes it look really goofy. I don't know if I want that. I just want it somewhat close. Yeah, it's going to be up quite a bit. You know what? I'm going to leave them just the way they are. I think that'll work out best. So, on that note, we won't use that. I think it just looks too stupid. Too much there. So what I need to do is I need to find out what I need to scrape away here. Should have done this while I was still in primer, huh? That's me. I always do it the hard way. Okay. That's the part I got to scrape back away ever so carefully, so I'm going to go ahead and use the back side of a new blade. Try to scrape some of the paint and clear off.